was on Fox. My pillow guy, Mike Lindell. He is the greatest. The My Pillow guy, Mike Lindell. And he's been with us right from the beginning.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to Lindell TV. And today we have with us Michael Kunstler, the co-founder of All Family Pharmacy, family-owned and operated, right, Michael?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'll tell you, and you guys just saved me. We're going to get into what you have, and I know everybody knows I was just in a big trial in Colorado, and I wasn't feeling well, and you guys saved me, and I want to thank you for that. Get right out of the gate. And you guys, I don't get, you all know, I don't get behind anything unless I 100% am all in and believe in it. And I really believe in what you guys are doing. And so why don't we get into it? We're going to leave the website up the whole time here. We're talking, everybody, so you too can get involved and take advantage of this great family-owned pharmacy, All Family Pharmacy. So why don't you tell us, Michael, when you got started and what it is and why you got into this great business and helping people?
Sure. So we got this pharmacy right at the end of 2019, early 2020. Just so happened that the pandemic hit right as we got all of our regulation, all of our licensing set up for it. And we ended up getting in touch a little bit later that year with a company called America's Frontline Doctors. And they said, hey, are you a pharmacy who ships? And we're like, yes, we do. We're licensed in, X amount of states. Are you willing to sell ivermectin for us? I said, absolutely. We'll sell whatever you want as long as people want the drug. I mean, to us, we thought that was the norm, right? That's how we grew up. Whatever as an American, you have the freedom to choose what you need. And so we started dispensing for this telemedicine company, which was on all over Fox News, all over, all the platforms, whether it was good or bad. We dispensed the medication, ivermectin, hydroxychloroquine, antibiotics, inhalers, you name it, anything somebody would need for COVID. And it became a huge success. And they started calling us, and they're like, well, you're the only pharmacy that answers the phone. You're the only one that I can talk to a pharmacist. You're the only one that'll help me get another prescription. None of these other pharmacies want to help me. What's going on? Blah, blah, blah. So my partner and I sat down and like, why don't we just bring a doctor on board? We can get them the prescription, we can dispense the medication, and we can do it in 2 to 6 days or less. If we're not busy, we were doing it in 2 to 3 days. If we're busy, it could extend up to 6 days. And we did that. We built a business because other people didn't want to help Americans. So we stepped up, we created All Family Pharmacy, and now here we are promoting on the Mike Lindell TV. So it's been a huge success, and we're proud of the company, and we're proud to be where we are.
Well, I'm going to ask you a few questions that they gave me for you with our people that tune into Lindell TV. But I'll tell you, everybody, I want to interject a commercial within this. These guys are the real deal, and it's real. It helped me. I mean, what timing? You talk about perfect timing. When I was out there in Colorado, one of the most important trials for the country, I believe, and I got well real fast. And the other thing too is I really believe in your company. What perfect timing for you guys when the virus came and you had everything in place. I mean that's like divine appointment there. I mean that's amazing. And so now we're sitting now, and now we all know what ivermectin and all these other things can actually do. I think we knew it then. They just tried to suppress it. I was very much involved in. I had other things going on with when the virus came in, and I had something that actually worked, and they just suppressed me and attacked me. And did you guys go through all that too, or were you able, because you were out ahead of it, was there any problems back then, or did they come after you at the frontline doctors like we know they all did, just trying to stop this from this great stuff from coming out?
Yeah, we faced a lot of pressure. The pressure could come from regulators. The pressure could come from numerous sources, doctors, it could even be family members. We've had family members call social services on other family members because they wanted ivermectin, and whatever the case may be. At the end of the day, we're here to take care of Americans and Americans only. We're a licensed pharmacy, we're a licensed medical provider, and that's what our duty is as an American pharmacy. So we're always going to have pressure, and the pressure could be in numerous amounts of ways. We actually had to close one of our pharmacies in the past because of pressure with America's frontline doctors. And it was kind of sad to watch and see it unfold. But, we're in the great state of Florida where we've always been. And this state protects us. They've always protected us. Governor DeSantis protected us during COVID. He didn't let us shut our doors. He kept us open. He gave us the ability to operate, and we did it. We did it through all the variants of COVID when people were forced to shut their doors, and we were able to stay open. So that was great.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm reading some of these questions here. The problems that you talk about, insurance companies that own their pharmacies. Is that a problem? I mean, how does insurance work with you guys? Follow us through. I mean, but I see some of these questions here that why are insurance companies even allowed to own pharmacies in the first place? Isn't that kind of conflict of interest?
It's a big conflict of interest, and it's something that the American does not know. CVS, your local pharmacy, there are thousands of stores nationwide. They own Aetna, and they own Caremark. Caremark is a PBM,
Wow.
and so is PBM is a pharmaceutical benefits manager that was put into place to keep drug costs low. But what did it do? It drove the cost of drugs up. If you come to a pharmacy like myself and I were to take your insurance, they would pay us for a generic drug like a blood pressure medication that cost me $5. They would pay us maybe $8. They would tack on a 12% fee, so I'd have to pay them 12% back for dispensing that medication. But if that same patient were to go to a CVS, they would dispense them up to 3 to 5 times more, not charging them the fee. So you can see why drugs have gone up in price over the years. And insurance companies are one of the biggest problems that people don't want to talk about because obviously they're lobbyists and they own a lot of politicians. So people are scared to talk about them. But, we're not scared. We're not contracted with any insurance carrier. We don't take insurance. And the reason for that is pricing transparency and medical freedom. We want you to be able to choose the medication that you feel is best for you and not the insurance. So
that's something I so believe in, everybody. We just went, I've seen this even over the past 3 weeks. I had a loved one that I went to a Walgreens and there was the insurance price on this thing was outrageous. It was like, let's say $1,700. And then even the copay was like $600. Then the guy gave this form and he said, well, if you go sign up with this big pharma, if you sign up with it, now you're going to get another $300 off, but now they got your name. I mean, it was just a whole thing. I'm out in the car going, what? This is just a big scam to get you tied into them, these big insurance companies and these and big pharma. And one of the things too, I have a friend of mine that just got diagnosed with a very serious, and I told him, I said, you need to go outside your insurance company and see what's out there. And, because insurance company, you're in a box. You really are put in a box. They're going to pay this much, but also they're not going to pay for this drug or this drug because they have and especially when they're in collusion, when they're their own pharmacy. What do you think they're going to sell you? Oh, we cover this, but we don't cover this. And this works with doctors, it works with everything. It's disgusting. I think what you're doing is so good for the country and for people in general to help with all this. I know the media has spent years calling ivermectin misinformation just because it's being used off label. I think with ivermectin in particular, it has so many traits that are so good. And boy, you just look at the attack Big Pharma did on that drug alone, and now it's all coming out, and people are going, think of the lives that could have saved, the things that could have been and could have been. And what, Len, on that drug alone, and by the way, on your pharmacy, do you have all different things? I know I kind of focus on the ivermectin because there's so many things. I know people that have taken it for other things too, not just for, when they had COVID. But can you say a little bit of is your pharmacy, you have all different things, or is it a limited thing that you choose to do that wasn't usually available out there?
Yeah. I just want to circle back on one point. You talked about going to the pharmacy and with your insurance, and the drug costs $1,600. Your copay or your deductible $600, and then you have to sign up for a manufacturer's coupon to get a check in the mail 4 weeks later for a couple $100. Do you know that there's a law called a no gag clause that when you walk into a pharmacy and you tell them you have insurance, you legally have to go through your insurance? That pharmacy could have a cash pay for $1,200 where you could save $400 out of your own pocket by paying for the drug cash, and they cannot sell you that drug cash the minute you tell them you have insurance. So the insurance is owning the game just based on these no gag clauses where the pharmacist cannot say, well, we also have a cash price that's a couple $100 cheaper if you just pay us with a credit card right now and we dispense the drug.
Right.
You can't do that. So it's a sad thing to watch. But RFK Jr., he's fighting that right now with the prior auths. That's one thing that they're trying to get rid of. But circling back to the pharmacy, we carry over 300 drugs. We're constantly adding new medications. So the new ones, the major ones that we love, ivermectin, hydroxychloroquine, antibiotics, mebendazole we have methylene blue, which is the RFK Jr. drug, again, too, as well. I take methylene blue, and I also take another one called NAD+. I think NAD+ is the future with methylene blue. This is for cellular support, stabilized energy throughout the course of the day, mind focus. There are so many Americans out there that are just drinking coffee all day long. And at the end of the day, the fatigue kicks in, the acid reflux kicks in, all the other problems with drinking too much caffeine kicks in. NAD+ is one of the newest drugs on the market, supplements, I should say, because it's naturally occurring in your body. It's huge. We love the combination of NAD+ and methylene blue, especially for those hardworking Americans who need their mind, who need their focus through the day. They also need energy. We work 40, 50 hours a week. We don't take off. We don't live on state income. We don't live on welfare. We don't do any of that. We want to work every day. These medications are there to support you. Outside of those drugs, we do have everything else. We have your blood pressure, your maintenance meds. A lot of our drugs are very cheap. You can come and get a 90-day supply of your blood pressure medication for $25. And then if you use one of the coupons, 10 to 20% off, it's only $20. You can't even get that through insurance for that cheap. So, we offer these services for a reason. Everybody should have a little extra medication in their cabinet in case something were to happen. So much going on with wars, so much going on with politics. Everybody's fighting over everything. The traditional American needs to have medication in their cabinet for a peace of mind, to make sure that they're ready for when something happens.
Right, and proactive medication. You guys, I'm taking that methylene blue since you sent it to me. Now, what was the other one that I should add to that?
NAD+. Nobody knows about it.
Right. And I'm telling you guys, by the way, everybody, go right now to allfamilypharmacy.com/Lindell. I'm telling you, another good thing I want to say about your company, this was so easy. I got the order, it came to me, and it's so self-explanatory. You had a nice thing written there. Here, do take this, and it wasn't like you had to grab glass and go, get on the bottle and you're all, flustered of what I should take. I really like the way you guys lay it all out, and it's beautiful. And you go, okay, I'll take this, and this. And I really believe there's not too many right out of the gate that I believe in the companies and the products, but you guys are it. I'm telling you. I'm very excited. I'm going to be taking that NAD+ with those things, you get more clarity. That's what I'm getting, right? It's kind of it helps brain clarity, correct?
Yeah, cognitive effects. And it's also got
Cognitive,
neuroprotective
yeah.
properties. So it's going to protect
Right.
the cells in your brain. It just keeps them
Right.
going. It doesn't allow them to die off. That's where people end up getting Alzheimer's. They end up getting some of these major neurological problems, dementia, obviously, number one. Methylene blue, NAD plus are always going to be around. It's for cellular support. And again, one of the things we talk about with cancer is cancer cells kill healthy cells. How do you keep cells alive? Methylene blue could be a great supportive system where you're keeping your cells alive. It's allowing
Right.
that ATP energy to run through those cells, mitochondrial support. I mean, these are big, big, groundbreaking medications that could be the future, and there are more to come. We're already seeing
Right.
it in the pipeline. You can go to the FDA trials. You can take a look at all the manufacturers. But methylene blue and NAD plus, those are two very, very popular medications we've recently added over the course of the last few months. My staff loves them. Our patients are calling now and they're refilling them and they're truly, truly enjoying them. Again, methylene blue you can get over the counter, comes in a liquid. It could stain your kitchen. It could stain the cups you use. It could stain
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
teeth.
That's
We do it in a capsule. Nice little capsule. You pop it first thing in the morning. It might take 15 minutes longer to kick in or 30 minutes longer to kick in, but there's no mess.
No, absolutely. And I can attest to that, everybody, because I know someone that was taking the liquid form and you go, what happened to you? But these capsules are awesome. You guys, I can't say enough about this company and these products. It solves so many things. You can get the things you need to be proactive. You get the things that you need to avoid the insurance companies and avoid big pharma that tells you got to take this. We're only offering you this, and these guys are great. I've done my due diligence, family owned and operated. I think you all need to go to allfamilypharmacy.com/Lindell. You guys get on board with this. I am. I believe in it, and you're going to hear a lot more of this because, Michael, I'm here to stay. So you guys here at Lindell TV, I'm very careful who I pick for sponsors. I used to just have my pillow, getting great sleep, but I'll tell you what, you guys, we now we have place we can be proactive in our health and in our thinking. We all got to get great sleep, and we've got to stay healthy. And this is the answer I've been looking for Michael. So I want to thank you for even though I know you had a lot of pushbacks and a lot of over the last 5 years where you've had different setbacks, but you guys kept it going, and you were one of the most needed thing to fight. I went up against Big Pharma. I know what it's like, and it is horrific. I'm still fighting Big Pharma for going back 5 years right now, and a couple other things. But so you guys have stayed the course to help people, and God bless you. And we're going to get you back on soon. Do they guide us through when they go to allfamilypharmacy.com/Lindell? What are they going to find there? Or what can they, is there I'm the customer right now and I call there, what are they going to get? Or what are they going to get? Your website, and they'll guide it through and.
Yeah, so we have a couple different options. Option A would be you can order on the website. Option B, you can call us. We have licensed technicians answering the phones. These are pharmacy techs. They're licensed. They know what they're doing. They're backed behind our pharmacists when it comes to information. So you have the full ability to talk to our pharmacists when you purchase medications from us. But when you get to the website, we have two different areas. We have the ivermectin page only, where there are people that are just looking specific for ivermectin, hydroxychloroquine, any type of COVID flu support. We have Tamiflu on there. We have antibiotics. We have rescue inhalers. We have steroids. We have steroid packs. We have tons of meds. So you can just scroll through to see what you need, based on your lifestyle, how you live. I like to play a little bit of sports now, even though I'm a little bit older. I have a Medrol dose pack in my cabinet. If I roll my ankle playing basketball, I've got a 5-6 day course or 7-day course, and the inflammation's gone within a week or two. Instead of having to go to a podiatrist, takes a week to get an appointment, and then they prescribe it, and then you got to fight in line at CVS, and everybody at CVS, getting their flu test or their COVID test, or they're doing something there because they're sick. There's a reason why they're there. We have it ready to go. So you can just place the order online. You can also do it over the phone with one of our licensed technicians. We put you in touch with the doctor. We give them all the medical information you give us. We ship it FedEx 2-day. Our FedEx is very fast, very reliable. Obviously, when it comes to snowstorms, there's not much we can do, but FedEx is outside of that is very reliable. We offer next day service as well, so we could ship it to you overnight. You get it before 12:30 p.m., especially if you're sick. But we encourage you to order before you get sick. Don't wait till it's too late.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, there you hear it, guys. Go to allfamilypharmacy.com/Lindale, and you're going to hear a lot more from Mike and Michael here. Mike and Mike. Michael,
Perfect.
God
Thank
bless
you.
you. And it's been an honor meeting you, and I can't thank you enough for helping me out and getting through that trial in Colorado. I couldn't have
Absolutely.
done it with all the stuff you sent me. It was like perfect timing. And I just had a relative too that needed a lot of the stuff. We've almost went through all that package that I got my order. So I'll be ordering more today, and all of you out there should too. We've got to push back on Big Pharma. We're not going to let the insurance companies and Big Pharma tell us what's good for us anymore. We make our own choices, and now we have an option, and this option is awesome. Thank you, Michael, and God bless, and we'll have you on very soon.
Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it. You have a wonderful day.
Swollen limbs, joint pain, inflammation, skin aging, and cognitive decline. These are just a few of the awful side effects that you can experience due to poor blood circulation. And popping ibuprofen is not a solution to the pain. It's only temporary relief, and it's only masking the true problem, which is inflammation. Researchers are saying to add this Antarctic super nutrient to your diet. I'm talking about omega-3 fatty acids, but not just any form of omegas. These particular omega-3 fatty acids are sourced from wild-caught krill. Has been shown to support healthy blood pressure, circulation, brain health, as well as reduce inflammation, swelling, and joint pain. For a limited time, you can grab Native Path Antarctic Krill Oil for up to 66% off plus free shipping. Just go to getkrill.com/Lindale right now to get your special offer. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Lindale TV. And we have with us today Mike Dillon, the founder of Air Water Healing. You guys, he's one of our best sponsors and one of the best products you will ever use. I know we're gonna focus in today on Cardio Miracle. But I want to tell you that he's got other products too, and one of them I'm sitting about 20 feet away, my air purification system. They are the best. I think I got 3 or 4 now. I got them for my relatives, the neighbors. I mean, you name it. I mean, they're amazing. So, but that's just you go to the website, and you guys can go there now if you want, airwaterhealing.com. And as we're talking, remember to use promo code Lindale. You know, everybody's using promo codes now. I must have started that a long time ago. Promo code Lindale, the best promo code, the best company, airwaterhealing.com. You guys do your shopping while you're listening and get on it. I'm telling you, these air purifiers are just absolutely the best. I wouldn't be without one, and I'm not kidding. I've got them at least, I think I have 4 of them now, and I've got the mini ones too. I use them all the time. But today we're going to talk about something else, Mike. You've been a great sponsor at Lindale TV. We wouldn't be here without you. You guys, you're absolutely awesome, and I really love everything you have. But today we're going to talk about Cardio Miracle that I have. You sent me some. This is you guys. I don't know if you know, but My Pillow just won a huge trial for the country. It was, and I wasn't feeling so good out there, and I don't get a lot of exercise, so this was a godsend, and I'm telling you. But I'm gonna have Mike tell you about what it is, what it does, and then I'll tell you a little about what it did for me. We'll keep that suspense. So go ahead, Mike.
Thanks, Mike. We could just call this the Mike and Mike show. So, you know, we talk about this on Maha with Mike, which we're gracious enough to be on Lindale TV. We air Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. But Cardio Miracle is what I sent you because I knew that you needed to increase nitric oxide. It's the 3rd most bioavailable gas in your respiratory tract, but it's good for energy and improved oxygen absorption. There's not enough times in the day to eat all of the fruits and vegetables that we need. You know it, Mike. You're out there winning lawsuits. You're out there getting demonized by fraudulent voting machines, and you have not enough
That's right.
time in the day. You have not enough time in the day to eat all of the fruits and vegetables that you need. So what Cardio Miracle does is it makes it a whole fruit seed extract. It's got so much vitamins in there from A to Z. But what's really nice is it's got a very beautiful taste. I know when you took your first sip, you were like, wow, this is actually good. So anybody who's looking to lower their blood pressure, enhanced exercise performance, you don't exercise at all and you just need a boost of energy, improved circulation. It's got anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects. And it's also great for diabetics because of the blood sugar support. And it's incredible for immune support. One of the things that I love the most about it is this is the most clinically studied supplement on the market. Over 150,000 of hours have gone into research on the nitric oxide. And the formula that Cardio Miracle is doing, it's incredible because you don't have a lot of products out there that help with vasodilation. When it comes to vasodilation, Mike, we're talking about relaxing blood vessels, improving blood flow, but more importantly, reducing the blood pressure. And the heart disease is the #1 killer of Americans. So there is no better time to start taking a product that supports your overall health than right now. And you're also, because of the mushroom blends that we have in the Cardio Miracle, you're talking about brain function. So it's supporting neurotransmission while also helping with cognitive health. You do not find products that are out there that do what this does. It's an absolute game changer, Mike.
No, okay. I want to ask you a few things here. I was writing a few things down. First of all, I love the taste so much. Can you drink too much of it? I mean, kind of a dumb question, but can you drink it? I mean, are you limited to how much you can have per day?
Well, I mean, from a cost-effective standpoint, no. And just like most vitamins, whatever your body doesn't absorb, it's going to leave through your urinary tract. So you will whatever your body doesn't absorb, it's just going to leave the body. Now, you hit a perfect point. We found that the perfect serving is to do 1 in the morning and 1 at night. But I recommend that you don't do it too close to going to bed. So if you wake up in the morning, replace your coffee with your Cardio Miracle. Have your second batch at 4 o'clock.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. So, and then you mentioned something I did not know. You guys, you're gonna feel great. I mean, this is and I was that was my other question too. Is if you're taking any other meds or anything, it doesn't affect that, right? I mean, it just this works with anything, right? Whatever else you're doing, you don't have to worry about. I can't take it if I'm taking this, or vice versa.
Now, exactly. And one of the most important things that I want to mention to you is I'm not a doctor, but I introduced you to my mom, who's out there laying with her MyPillow right now, and she was on 4 different medications for her heart. And when we started giving her the Cardio Miracle, within 3 months, her doctor took her off of 3. She went to a naturopathic doctor, and a month after that, she got off her 4th one. She's taking no heart medication right now. She takes her Cardio Miracle twice a day.
Right. So yeah, so it did. So obviously it helped even with the other ones that might not have been working. You don't know. But that is absolutely awesome. And I just met your mom, and she loves her MyPillow, and God bless her that you got her through. And you were just telling me how your whole focus. And I know my dad a long time ago went through something that they didn't give him much chance, and we got him through it. So I know what you're going through, and our prayers are with you there. And I'm glad to see you, Mom. So I'm sitting there upright and enjoying her MyPillow.
Yeah, it was really sad. When the medical system says there's nothing they can do, you throw everything you can, just like you did for your dad.
Absolutely. Yeah.
The most important thing to remember, Mike, is even someone like you wear it very well on your shoulders, but going through lawsuits, you and I both know that that's stressful. It is so stressful to go into those courtrooms and hear lies and hear people that want to try to tear apart everything you've built. So when you look at the vitamin A, C, D, E, and zinc, All of that is inside of the Cardio Miracle. So it's helping your immune system to be able to fight off the invaders that
Right.
literally want to take you out.
Yeah. No, and you're right. I'll tell you, everybody, if you look up patients, you don't see my picture. In this last 4.5 years, I'll tell you, it's been through the ringer. That trial was one of the most grueling things I've ever been through. And I've been in a lot of courthouse back in the day with Mike could get 10 days in jail, stuff like that. This was different. This was jury. This was a lot of stress. You're right. You get to hear lies spewed from the stand and all this stuff. And but one of the things that I have is, and it kind of comes in and out. Depends when I go in, and when I do go in, because I don't get a lot of exercise. But when I do go into the doctor, I have high blood pressure a lot, and I felt like, you'd said it helps reduce blood pressure. That's a big thing to me. And I don't know if that's why I was pretty calm during that trial in spite of all that. And so maybe, I don't know if that had something to do with it, but I'll tell you what, if I was to do it again, because I would sure have it with me. But didn't you say, I put a note here that it does help reduce blood pressure. Is that correct?
Yep, not only does it reduce blood pressure, but it also helps reduce inflammation in the body, which we all know that
Right.
disease starts as inflammation in the body. So when you start reducing the
Absolutely.
inflammation, you start to feel better. And absolutely, man, when you're in that courtroom, you just chug that Cardio Miracle and they're going to be like, what is he drinking? A lamb's blood? And you could just say, no, it's
Right.
my Cardio
Right.
Miracle with my
Cardio Miracle.
beetroot extract.
Right. You guys, if you're just tuning in here, we've got one of our greatest sponsors in history, airwaterhealing.com. You guys go there. We got the founder, Mike Dillon, with us today. He's got a show on Lindell TV. You don't ever want to miss it. But I want to get you over there to get your Cardio Miracle right now. And check out the other products too. I use them. I think I use most of them, but you're really gonna love the Cardio Miracle, and it's gonna so get it now. Airwaterhealing.com. Remember to use promo code Lindell. And you guys will be supporting. It's a win-win-win. You're supporting our great sponsor. You're supporting Lindell TV, and you're supporting yourself with the best. I do my due diligence. I guarantee you, Mike would not. What, Mike? I think I met you when you came on board like a half a year ago, right? Or maybe 6, 7, 8 months ago.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, to get on Lindell TV, you got to get vetted by me. You got to get. I got to use your products. It's kind of like the My Pillow model. You know what? I don't even want you. When we get a host that's out there selling My Pillow, they've got to try it because they're going to go, wow. And when I went with Cardio Miracle and with Airwater and airwaterhealing.com, and Mike, you guys have been everything I hoped for in a sponsor and in your products. I keep going, I keep trying different ones going, okay. How can you get one guy have all these great things? But you do, and it's awesome. And so everybody go there now, airwaterhealing.com, use promo code Lindell, and get this Cardio Miracle. Do they get with that promo code? Is there what do they get there? You get to the website and they can there's other shopping they can do too, right? Do you have
Yeah. So what's great, Mike, is we've got incredible antioxidants. We've got glutathione. We've got high dose vitamin C. We've got the air purifiers, which everybody in your family has. That promo code will work for anything on Air Water Healing. It's your one-stop shop for health. And also, I want to make sure that we set something clear. Elon Musk, if you happen to watch this interview, it was because of Mike Lindell that you were able to get that beautiful painting handed to you at CPAC, and he's got it hanging up in his house right now. And that painting was because Mike Lindell was a true patriot.
And thank you for that. And everybody, and Elon, if you are watching, I'm trying to get a hold of you. As everybody knows, I won the big trial in Colorado. My Pillow did totally vindicated, but we've got just months left to get rid of the electronic voting machines and get to paper ballots in our country. And I would really like it if Elon looked at it. He said a year ago, he said, computers cannot be used in elections. They're not made to be used in elections. We've got to get rid of them in the USA. I've been saying that for 5 years, and 132 countries have banned electronic voting machines, and over 100 countries have had early voting and mail-in voting. And that's another thing too. When you're helping Lindell TV with our great sponsors here, and this is the best right here with Mike and his products. And you guys, you're helping spread the word with Lindell TV by expanding our voice and stuff. This is going to help secure our election. We need the biggest voice. We have 4 hours in the afternoon right from the White House. And by the way, Lindell TV is publicly traded at MLMC. That's the call letters at the OTC. Mike Lindell Media Corp, MLMC. We need to expand our voice. We need to get people here. We're all in this together. Support our sponsors, support Lindell TV, and support yourself. These are the best products in history. We all, we all know what big pharma's out there, and they tell you this and tell you that. Well, you hear success story after success story of things like this. Cardio Miracle, and it works. I don't know how else to say it. And all your products work. And you don't just come over here to Lindell TV and say, hey, we want to advertise it and here's money. Yeah, you know what? We need funds. Everybody knows I ran out of money a long time ago fighting this country and helping this country. But I'll tell you what, it's because of all of you out there supporting our sponsors and getting people like Mike Dillon here to help us out at Lindell TV. But I still wouldn't let him on if he didn't have the best products available. And Mike, you know that. I mean, you get on Lindell TV, you got the best products at the best prices, at the best, who's the company behind it. I'll tell you, Mike, you've been great. I mean, when you painted those paintings for Elon, that was just amazing. And I've never seen anything like it. Yeah, I wish we could show the audience, but just absolutely amazing. And boy, it seems like so much has happened since CPAC. That was 4 months ago. It seems like a light years away, but yet just like yesterday. And but you're here to stay, everybody. And I'm going to send it to you again, airwaterhealing.com, promo code Lindell. You check out all the products. Like I say, the air purifiers, I know they might be out of somebody's spending thing, but they help you so much. Just for a second, could you just mention what they do? Because I actually love mine. I'd go get it right now, but it's up on a shelf. I keep it running nonstop. And just mention what they do for a person's health, because I like to hear it myself. I'm so healthy.
Yeah, absolutely. So the Triad V3, the V3 whole home air purifier. And again, I know you've got the little one for the car, you've got the mini that plugs in, but the big one that does the whole house that you've got running about 20 feet from you, it uses photocatalytic oxidation, which goes out and creates a purifying plasma that kills bacteria, viruses. And what it does is it synergistically vibrates the air at a rate of speed, and it drops anything that is 0.001 microns or smaller. It drops it down to the ground as a biologically inert substance, and it duplicates what Mother Nature does. It's not rocket scientist. It just took a good old Christian boy to have a problem where his wife had. And you get an engineer that can go out and say, hey, listen, God doesn't make mistakes. Let's just duplicate what God did. And we figured out how to make a machine that can proactively do the entire home without a filter that ever needs to be replaced. That's the magic of it, Mike.
Yeah, absolutely. And everybody, you got to understand, for me, these are things that I would never buy. I would have never bought these things. And then I started looking into it when Mike, when you came on with all your products, I started looking going, hey, this will probably help us. And I studied it. I got the stuff, I got one, and I put it in. I'm going, wow. And it made such a difference. What did I do? I got one for relatives, all my relatives, and I got one that travels, and you guys, they really do work and they really do help. But once again, if I don't try the product myself, I'm not going to go, hey, this is great. This is the best thing since sliced bread. No, these things work. Mike, you have some of the best products I've ever seen in my life. Of course, outside of my pillow. No, just kidding. But airwaterhealing.com, promo code Lindell. And the last words on that, give us the last little thing here on Cardio Miracle, the one we're featuring today. Go ahead, give us a 1 minute. You got 1 minute. What are you going to sell us?
So I'll tell you what, everything is on the back of the pack. Cardio Miracle has 50 plus high quality ingredients to support the proprietary dual pathway nitric oxide sustained release. It's low calorie, low glycemic, diabetic friendly, insulin receptive. It's formulated from utilizing discoveries from more than 40 years of research and 150,000 published articles on the benefits of nitric oxide. It's a breakthrough in silico research. Studies are available, and it has an unconditional 60-day money-back guarantee. You guys take this, you are going to fall in love with it. You're just like Mike did, just like this Mike did, like my mom takes it twice a day. It will change your life. It is the best whole fruit seed supplement on the market, and it's got from vitamins A to Z. You guys will not regret doing this. Get the air purifiers, get the supplements, make yourself healthy again.
Absolutely. That was awesome. So go right now, airwaterhealing.com, promo code Lindell. Mike, God bless you. You're one of the greatest sponsors. We love you here at Lindell TV, and we love your products. I can't wait to see you again. Come on back soon to my show.
Awesome. God bless.
God bless. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Lindell TV. And I'll tell you, we've got our greatest sponsor ever right here, Carlos Cortez. You guys want to know what to do with your wealth and your retirement funds and your financial planning? That is the guy right there. He is absolutely amazing. And I'm going to get you out there right now. If you already know that this is the place to go to AmericaFirstRetirementPlan.com. It's right there on the screen, AmericaFirstRetirementPlan.com. Or you can call right now, get ahead of everybody that's going to be calling in once they hear all about this, 833-813-3446. 833-813-3446. Carlos, it's great to have you back on. We haven't talked in a while, but so much has happened. I don't know how you keep track of all this stuff with all these different inputs and all these deviations, these anomalies in history, and yet it sounds like you've been keeping it all together. I've heard great things about what's going on with your financial planning and successes. Can you give us an update? I'm going to ask you, go ahead. You give us an update. You start first. I got so much to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, it is very important. We just stay calm and collective, right? And there's something called emotional trading cycle. And basically, to paraphrase it, you start like euphoric. I'm sorry, not euphoric. You start hopeful and you get excited and you're euphoric, and then the market goes down and you feel depressed, then you feel defeated, and then it just comes right back up. And unfortunately, all of America has experienced this the past 2 or 3 weeks, and we're making bad decisions. We're making really bad decisions when it comes to our retirement. You can't be, I know you hear it all the time, you really can't be emotional. And you got to look at the charts, and the charts right now, markets are going up. We have an all-time high that we're hitting, and we could see a retracement back down. There's a lot of factors. The war really doesn't change too much when it comes to our game plan. And our game plan basically is having security, having funds set aside outside of the stock market. So you don't have to worry about having the ability to endure these losses like mainstream media is teaching and CNBC is teaching. Stay in the market, stay in the market, stay in the market. And next thing you know, market is down 40%. I'll tell you, if we have a negative quarter GDP by the end of the summer, people are going to be hurting, Mike, because they didn't take initiative on securing their retirement.
Right. Well, I've even on a smaller scale, everybody, I get affected. I just had, as everybody probably has heard, I had a big trial that we won out in Colorado. But one of the things is we got a lot of exposure at Lindell TV here. And as you know, we have 4 hours in the White House every day, our correspondents, and we're publicly traded on the OTC at MLMC. And you expect this big boost or whatever, and then all of a sudden you got all these things going on, wars and all these things that affected. I'm going, but you kind of get lost in the media because there's so much going on right now. And but yes. I think what I can tell everybody is, I've had to learn patience too. At any other time in history, like at Lindell TV, the stock would go through the roof and then we'd be and all these other things going on. But we're in a time that is so different with these with the anomalies that are going on and the deviations, and that's one of the things I want to tell you all about Carlos. I've known him now for, I don't know, it's coming up on a year, I guess, this fall, and he's been a great sponsor, great show here on Lindell TV. But he does his due diligence based on the footprint we're in. That's what I like about you, Carlos. See what we're in, and you tell it like it is. It's like, okay, here's, you take all your years of knowledge and put it together and say, here's our current footprint, even though there are anomalies and deviations and stuff. And, we see like this
Right.
stuff all the time. I'm involved with some friends of mine are with some stock that have to do with Elon. Well, here's an example, everybody. This was all going to go down like 3-4 weeks ago, and then you get this Elon Musk, President Trump thing that went on, and everyone's going, now what? I mean, how do you
That was a disaster.
account for all this? Yeah, exactly. But it seems like right now, even through all this, there is a little bit of stability out there. I mean, when you talk to people, I mean, for any other time in history, I think people have, don't you think, Carlos, people have a confidence because can you imagine all this stuff going on if it wasn't Donald Trump as our president? Wouldn't that be, I mean, you'd be telling your clients probably a lot of different things going, you got to get, for a lot more, to get a lot more security. At least I think, do you see a thread through all this? At least we have, by him and having his president, there's some little bit of stability there, even with all the crazy anomalies.
Well, if you look at the past administration or whatever you want to call that clown show,
Right.
the dollar actually went up, but the bond market crashed in 2022, and it's a huge reflection on what's going on right now. So Trump wants to get rid of Jerome Powell, which I think is a great move. He hasn't lowered interest rates, and Powell's in a really crappy situation because if he lowers the interest rates, it's better for you and I, Mike. I don't have to go to Whole Foods and tell my kids, hey, we're drinking the orange juice this summer out of shot glasses, not the big glasses, not the red Solo cups, but shot glasses, because it's $20 a half a gallon. Like that is that hurts my feelings here in Florida, where orange grows through the, everywhere. But getting deep into at a macro and micro level, if we lower interest rates, it's better for you and I, and my pillow as well. The cotton will be a lot cheaper, obviously. But as you look at the foreign investor, they're going to pull their money out of America, out of our bonds, and go find yield somewhere else higher. And so that's where the problem is that Trump wants to lower interest rates, and obviously oil is actually coming down. We heard like this propaganda that oil's skyrocketing. No, man, like oil is actually coming down. There's huge selling pressure. And I think it's amazing that our footprint right now is showing there's actually more supply. So the demand is going down on oil. But if you look at what media, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to interrupt there because that was one of the things, that was one of our president's first promises. He was going to bring down the price of oil, which everybody, you know what it does? It brings shipping prices down. Now, where oil's at now, it hasn't really transferred over there, but I believe that there, it's gonna in the next few months. And don't you agree, Carlos? When shipping prices go down, that's everything. That's groceries. That's my pillows. That's everything shipped to you. Right now, I have some packages that are double what they were just 3 years ago or 4 years, going back in time to ship. So I really think that's going to help the economy with the oil. And who was wrong on that when they said it was going to go up? Was that?
Oh yeah, it was woke media, Yahoo Finance, it was CNBC. We're at war and they're the Iranians cutting off the supply lines. And I'm looking at oil right now. I traded it this morning. It's actually $65.84 a barrel.
Right.
Right this second.
Yeah, and that. Right. Yeah, and I think it's gonna. Don't you believe? I believe it'll end up going lower. It could get, if it gets in the 40s. You're gonna have I just remember when Donald Trump was in, before the gas got so low that he had to call him and say, "Hey, we got to increase prices." Because it was.
But, absolutely.
I just
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna pull it up right
any,
now, actually, real time.
I think that's one of the biggest things. If we get the shipping prices down, I know that's hurt so many businesses. And I'm not talking just shipping here within the U.S. I'm talking about if you have anything you're importing at all. Like my sheets, I can't make here in the U.S. There's no weavers or spinners left, and of course the shipping went way up back with the virus. But it's still quite high for the consumer. And while you get that down. Because
I,
they're shipping for the parts of the products, they're shipping for the actual products.
yeah.
Gas. That's what it takes.
Well,
It's not just what you
well,
put in
that's
your
what it
car
is.
and
I mean,
drive around.
that's going to be one of the leading indicators to not have a negative GDP. You're absolutely right. So as we have shipping, shipping and diesel trucks running all over the muck on I-95 and 40 and just crossing all of our goods together all across interstate, we are going to see more and more freight. And that's what we need. That's the building blocks of America. And I really
That's
feel
right.
that this is important because as oil's at 65 right 66 6503 right this second at as while we're recording this, I'm looking at the charts, man, and I could see this thing hitting the 50s possibly within the next 5 to 10 days.
Yeah, that's what
So
I say. I really believe it'll be lower than that even by the end of the summer, and
yeah,
and I really
it's
think
headed
it's
down.
gonna. I think it's gonna help everything. You guys,
Yeah,
if you're just tuning
definitely.
in, I want you to go to AmericaFirstRetirementPlan.com, and you don't even have to be retired to go there. Okay, you need to get. This
Yep.
is the times we're in. You need to secure your wealth, protect your wealth, and protect your what you do have. Call 833-813-3446. I believe in this. I believe in Carlos. I mean, you guys, you got to have experts during these times, and Carlos is that. He's been with. He's a great sponsor here on Lindell TV. But more importantly, he can help you all and help us get through these times. And Carlos, what do you I mean, do you see people now? Are they, I know you probably have more now. It's like that people want to be in more of a protective mode rather than a proactive mode where they just, let's protect. And that's kind of what have you went into the kind of that mode more, and you're kind of a
Yeah.
wait and see? Or are you doing, if people want to take some risk, at least you would say, well, this is here, but here's what I think could happen, right? Is that kind of how it goes
Correct.
when people, yeah.
Yeah. So what's interesting is kind of a hybrid, Mike, is as a former stockbroker, I enjoy trading all the high risk stuff. And
Right.
as a trader as well, I don't recommend all that stuff to clients. I'm a retirement planner, so I'm also going to be very conservative. However, one of the greatest indices in the world is the NASDAQ and the QQQ. When Trump got in 2016 and got out in those 4 years, the NASDAQ yielded over 115%. And
Wow.
so in 4 years. So during his last term, now this term, it could now with AI at the cusp, like our jobs are taken over by AI. Like there's so many things that AI is doing.
Right.
We have a bigger opportunity now than we did in the last Trump's administration with the NASDAQ. And right now, Mike, like because I'm an independent fiduciary, I don't subscribe to the big banks. It's interesting because I'm independent. All the financial institutions come to me and they give me the best deals for my clients because they cut off the middleman. They cut off the banks. They
Right.
cut off all the marketing budget.
Wow.
So I literally can advertise, hey, I can give a client the QQQs, which is the NASDAQ. I can give a client right now with no fees and no risk. You can make 120% of the NASDAQ, which Trump is pumping up. You got the NVIDIA in there, Amazon, the Magnificent Seven, the Tesla, the Googles, just everybody's invested in those things. And it's pushing America to greater lengths. And it's going to support our GDP. So we could actually get 100+% of the NASDAQ right now, depending on your state, with no fees and no risk. Those gains get locked in annually, and it now becomes your new principal. So clients, to answer your question, clients are actually getting the growth that they want without the risk
Right.
of the stock
Without
market.
the
And so
risk.
now we're available. that is available right now. And it's like taking my kids to the bowling alley. Look, they may not hit a pin, but they're sure as heck not going to throw a gutter because we have those gutter rails up, and we're able to do that in the environment.
Well,
Yeah.
that's a great analogy, everybody. Okay, you heard it. That you need to go now. This is great. Carlos, I love it when I have you on. And you guys, I'm going to send you all there right now. So just stop what you're doing. Call 833-813-3446. We're going to AmericaFirstRetirementPlan.com. You do that now. Tell them I sent you. And Carlos is going to send you out a free book. Tell us about the book quick before we go.
Yeah. So I wrote a book about a year ago, and it's almost like prophetic. I mean, really, it's just my experience. But the government, we feel like, is going to track, trace, and control you. We are fighting against the social credit score. We're fighting about funding all this woke agenda, fighting ESG, fighting DEI, and the American blue collar worker, the pastor, the military man, the serviceman, the stay at home mom. They don't even know what they're funding. They're literally funding stuff that goes against their beliefs. And so
Right.
I wrote a book about all this, being on Wall Street for so long. I wrote a book how we're literally funding things that we don't want to fund anymore. And so I wrote a book about it, and more importantly, how we can actually protect ourselves from the banks that are promoting this ESG, now DEI, or whatever you want to call it. And it's important to keep America. We want to invest in America. Like other people are investing in us. It's prudent as Americans to invest in our own country. We have the strongest military. We have, God's blessing is in America for sure.
And we have the best companies like MyPillow.com, everybody. Come on.
Yes. And honestly,
Carlos, this is, yeah, go ahead.
No, honestly, I'm a little biased because my father fought for our country, and he's a pastor. And when I was a stockbroker, when I was 18 years old, I loved New York City. I don't love it now, but I love New York City because the buildings, the Empire State Building, like that showed me financial strength. And at one point, New York City was very patriotic and conservative. And so like, that's how I got into Wall Street. I just love the buildings and the city and the strength behind it. We can get back to those roots, but it starts with us. It starts with us realigning our faith, matching our value, money.
Yeah. Yep. No, you're absolutely right, everybody. And that's like me. I've lived the American dream, and we can't lose the American dream. I went from a crack cocaine addict to building this huge made in the USA company, employee owned MyPillow, and we can't lose that. We got to get it all back, everybody. But protect your own, be proactive, take advantage of these times we're in. We're in the greatest time, everybody, to be alive. I'm just, enjoy it because God's got this, and with God, all things are possible and things are happening. And so I want you to go to AmericaFirstRetirementPlan.com right now. Go to AmericaFirstRetirementPlan.com or call 833-813-3446. You guys do it now. Get that free, amazing book. And at least get educated. You don't have to do anything but get educated, and then you're going to want to do something. You're going to want to have help during these times. You're going to want to have the best financial planner that I know. And Carlos, I want to thank you for coming on. I want to thank you for being a great sponsor of Lindell TV. One of the things we need, everybody, is to spread our voice across this country, the times we're in, so we can talk about the good things. And we can also talk about the bad things, make people aware. Well, there you go. You got your financial planner right here. Give Carlos a call. Thanks, Carlos. Thanks for everything you do. God bless you.
I appreciate you, Mike. Thank you.
Thank you.
You ever see this guy with the pillows on Fox? My Pillow guy, Mike Lindell. He is the greatest. The My Pillow guy, Mike Lindell. And he's been with us right from the beginning.